Hey everybody, it's Adam with the Pattaya News and what's popping in Pattaya in the first week of August 2023. And my goodness, was it a crazy week. We're going to talk about everything from a YouTuber assaulted on Pattaya Beach, but there's more to that story, a naked foreigner walking around on Pattaya Beach, and a situation with some Kuwaiti tourists that it turns out now we're playing a prank of a viral video that has upset Pattaya police and authorities. Now, let's get right into the situation. First, we're going to start, as we always do, with the events that are taking place in Pattaya. Over the next week, it's basically a sporting week here. You're going to see the World Dragon Boat Championships right here in the Pattaya area. However, when I say the Pattaya area, it's really going to be Rayong. It's moved out past the Ramayana Water Park at the Thai Naval Training Facility for canoeing and rowing. It was going to be at Maprachon Lake, but they've decided to move it for a couple of different reasons, mainly because the facilities are better. There's information on where you can go to watch this. We'll put it in our description on YouTube, and you can also search for it on our events section on our website for the World Dragon Boat Championship. It's something a lot of people are looking forward to, and it should be a big, major international competition. There's also, with more of a local event, but with some international flair, is the Spartan Race Pattaya, which will be taking place this weekend. We believe that registration is already closed, but it is something that a lot of people have signed up for, and this is definitely not for the faint of heart. Now, we're not going to talk too much about the election news right now. There's so much going on, but the basic thing that I'm going to leave you guys with, because we got a bunch of other local stories that we think you're going to enjoy a lot more, is that right now, in terms of the election, the Prime Minister voting is delayed until at least the 16th of August due to legal charges being put forward by the Move Forward Party, which of course was the party that got the most votes in the election, but their leader, Peter Limjaroot, was unfortunately not nominated and not renominated nor voted in by the parliament, mainly because of the non-elected junta chosen senators. So again, we're not going to get into that too much other than say that there's still no news on the front of a new prime minister, and we don't expect that to change anytime in the very recent future as legal challenges continue. Now, we're going to start with the local stories with an incident that as of right now has 6.5 million, yes, million views on our Facebook. And that's an incident in which a South Korean YouTuber was assaulted on Pattaya Beach while filming. Now, first off, we'd like to say, as we've said on the specific videos about this topic, that it is legal to film in public. There are some caveats to that, and we're not going to get into all of those, such as, technically speaking, if you're filming for a profit, like YouTube with your profit turned on, that's actually illegal because you're not supposed to be working without a work permit in Thailand. And also, if what you're filming is for profit, even in a public area, technically you're supposed to have proper licenses for that. Again, though, the bottom line is regular filming in public is legal. However, why this was so controversial with many people was the fact that the Korean YouTuber was also fined. Both the Korean YouTuber and the Thai man who struck him on camera were both fined 1,000 baht, or about $30 US. And this is because, according to Pattaya police and the footage that we've seen, the Korean YouTuber incited the situation by getting into the face of the Thai man who had asked to stop filming on the beach. The Korean man refused, got in his face, and then shot him the middle finger. This escalated the situation to where the Thai man struck him in the face, which of course is assault. But police fined both sides in a both-sidism 50-50 situation. What's your thought? Who was in the fault with this situation? Or are they both in the fault? Tell us in comments below. Now, the other big situation that took place this week was a group of foreign tourists from the Middle East, both Saudi Arabian and Palestinian, were out for a walk on Pattaya Beach around 3:30 in the morning, because we know that's the best time to go for a walk, right? And they noticed what they thought was a woman standing on the beach, and they went to approach the woman, who turned out to be a transgender person. And one of the friends of the person who approached the transgender person who was selling companionship or escort services stated that, asked straight out, "Are you a man?" and asked if they were homosexual. This offended the transgender person, who said that they found this to be misgendering them, as they identify fully as a female. And as a result, the two groups got into a physical altercation. 2 transgender people were injured, and the foreign tourists who were not identified were frightened and shaken up, but suffered only extremely minor injuries. As of press time, police have not decided what legal charges will take place in this other viral incident. Again, who's at fault here, in your opinion, for this particular situation? Now, in terms of the third big viral video incident, a viral video was posted, we'll put a little bit on this video, of what appeared to be a group of Kuwaiti tourists being threatened with a firearm by an unidentified man at the viewpoint near the Pattaya sign and being asked for money. Well, it's now revealed in twists and turns after this went viral, and many local tourism agencies were asking to track down who the culprits were because they felt that this could hurt tourism. Turns out that the Kuwaiti tourists set this up themselves as a prank. That's what they called it, a prank, even though it went viral with millions of views across Thai media. This has angered, obviously, the police and officials who were investigating the incident. As of press time, they've charged 2 Burmese Myanmar nationals for being involved in the video. It has yet to be announced, though, if they're going to be charging the Kuwaiti nationals who set it up, or what those charges will be, or if there'll be any deportation possible proceedings set up for that. What penalties do you think should take place to the people who set up this prank that wasted the time and resources of local authorities? Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is, so obviously, if you've been watching us for a while, you know about the Hans-Peter Mack story, a German businessman who was murdered in Pattaya and cut into pieces and put inside a freezer. Multiple people were arrested in this, including a gentleman called Mr. Olaf Brinkman, who has so far claimed that he's innocent, but police say that they have evidence to show that he's not. Mr. Brinkman is associated, according to police, with a motorbike club called the Outlaws. Now, this week, police have announced that mainly because of a result, or as of a result of this situation, police are cracking down on any motorbike clubs that they deem are also involved in criminal activities. But they're taking this even further. They've stated that Mr. Brinkman and his compatriots stayed in the country due to retirement visas being used improperly. Now, top Thai-level police officer Search at Hakparn has stated that he is looking into, once the new Thai government is formed, to possibly change the retirement visa. This has panicked many expats. Now, again, I want to make this perfectly clear. This is just somebody talking. It's just talking. It's like me saying right now, you're going to win the lottery. I'm just talking. So there's nothing to get panicked about yet. But this individual, Search at Hakparn, also known as Big Joke, his nickname, has a history of making big changes. And so when he does talk, you want to listen. And it's something to be aware of. One of the proposals is making the visas more difficult to get for retirement, such as instead of 800,000 baht, requiring 2 million baht, or about 60,000 US dollars. What do you think? Should they instead focus on background and criminal checks to keep out criminal underground? Or should they just kind of blanket raise retirement visa requirements? One other proposition is even to raise the age, possibly from 50 to 60. Again, just talk. There's nothing set. There's no proposals in Parliament. This is going to be a long ways off. But the talk has scared many of our readers recently. Last but not least that we're going to talk about this week, it's a bit of a funny story. It's more than a bit of a funny story. It's a funny story. And it got many comments. It also went viral, in which a foreign man believed to be German also went for a walk on Pattaya Beach around 3:30 a.m., sort of like the tourists that we spoke earlier that had the issue with the transgender group. But in this particular situation, he decided to do it in his birthday suit. We're not sure whether or not it was actually his birthday. He was arrested for the situation, and we didn't manage to get any further updates other than that the man was extremely uncooperative with Pattaya police and was rambling and ranting about foreign politics. Clearly, according to police, and it probably doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to determine this, police believe that the man may have been on the influence of drugs or alcohol when this situation occurred. I'm sure you're shocked, too. As always, guys, we thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate your support. Make sure you give us a like, follow us, or subscribe for daily updated news right here from Pattaya as we continue to let you know what's poppin'. Have a great week.